What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about sometimes if a narcissist discards you, they will absolutely come back. Just because they get rid of you and break up with you doesn't mean that they're done with you. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe. So yes, just because a narcissist or a toxic person discards you does not mean that they are done with you. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. So a lot of narcissists and toxic people think that you belong to them. They claim ownership over you. So even if they get rid of you, it does not mean that they're going to be done with you. It's like a kid getting a new toy. Just because they're tired of playing with this old toy, you're not old, they find a new toy, they're not going to throw the old toy away. They just put the old toy in a toy chest, like Andy from Toy Story. They don't want anybody else to play with said old toy. They don't want you to be with anybody else. Even though I found somebody else, your partner has found somebody else, they don't want you to be with anybody else. And a lot of times they get the new supply in on making sure that you can't move on. The new suppliers start torturing you with them, start harassing you with them and for them. Sometimes they become the new supply becomes the worst flying monkey. The new supply can actually try to ruin your new relationship. But if you don't want them to come back, don't let them come back, especially if they leave you for somebody. So welcome back. If you could read the text on the screen, it's pretty straightforward. If they discard you, will they try? Then they try to come back? Will they try to come back? Yes. I can't even read today, y'all. I don't know what's but yeah, sometimes if a narcissistic person discards you, yes, they will absolutely try to come back into your life. Just because they break up with you doesn't mean that they're done with you. I had a comment on my social media this morning, I think it was on Facebook this morning, where somebody was just like, Lee, I think it'd be wise for you to tell your viewers that if a narcissist breaks up with you, they're done with you. Or if they drain you of all your resources, that they're done with you. That doesn't mean that they're done with you, y'all. Sometimes narcissistic people will never, ever be done with you. Just keep it real. Just because they break up with you doesn't mean that they do a damn factory reset and forget you. Discard phase, narcissistic robot kicking in. Discard phase achieved. Formatting memory to forget X supply, old supply, making room for a new supply. Memory formatted. Old supply has been forgotten. No, it doesn't work that way, y'all. It just doesn't. You know, just because they break up with you doesn't mean that they're going to get rid of you forever. I promise you. And y'all, if you know my channel, you know that I truly believe that there are two types of discards: an emotional discard and also a physical discard. And just because I feel like, this is my personal perspective, y'all, I feel like everybody gets emotionally discarded. Everybody that's dealing with a narcissistic person, sooner or later, you will get emotionally discarded. But just because they emotionally discard you doesn't mean that they will physically discard you. Just because they disconnect from you emotionally doesn't mean necessarily that they will physically get rid of you. A lot of them do, yeah. A lot of them emotionally and physically get rid of you, but some only emotionally get rid of you, but they physically keep you around. They'll be y'all. The relationship dynamic will transition from like lovers to less than friends to just associates to roommates. You mean people who share bills and raise kids together, and occasionally on a when the moon is full, clap cheeks or something like that. You know what I mean? The relationship dynamic transitions, and I try to tell people tell this to a lot of people. You know, to prepare if you're dealing with a narcissist, and yeah, once they emotionally discard you, y'all, they might try to love bomb you back into a relationship. They might try to manipulate you back into a relationship. A physical relationship. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's not over till you're done with it. You have to be done with it, or else they'll continue along this path and doing this manipulation and this gaslighting stuff. They'll do that for the rest of your existence. I promise you they will. I promise you that they'll keep doing this thing over and over and over again. They don't care. Like I've said this before, y'all. They do not care about wasting your time. They don't. The narcissistic people absolutely do not care about wasting your time. They don't. They do not care about wasting your time. I'm gonna say it one time. They do not care about wasting your damn time. They'll spend 10 years with you because they are getting what they want from you. You're the one who's been neglected and getting the lack. You know what I mean? You're the one who's getting the lack. they're neglecting you. They're getting what they want from you. You're getting the neglect, the lack, the bad treatment and stuff like that. So they don't care about wasting your time. They'll think you wasting your own time. Like, well, you wasted your own time. I didn't tell you to stick around here. You could have been left me. Nobody held you hostage here. You know what I mean? I'm just telling y'all, there'll be a lot of angry people who don't listen to me. You know, I talked to my therapist the other day. I was telling my therapist that I've gotten to the point now where when people don't listen to me, and I'll take the time out of my day to respond back to them on Instagram and stuff like that, and I'll be trying to help them out or whatever. And when they go back into these toxic relationships, I'll be blocking them. You know, I get an inkling that they go back into the toxic relationship, I'll block them. You know, and just to clear my mind, I was like, well, gave them my advice, and they try to go back to this toxic relationship, so I just had to block them and release them. My therapist like, you can't save everybody. Some people don't want to be saved. This is my therapist said about this. It's not my words. Some people do not want to be saved. They act like they want to be saved, but some people do not want to be saved. They'll act like they'll go through the motions of being saved. They'll get rescued. You know what I mean? But some people will go back into the fire they got saved from. When they get out of the fire. Some people will run back into the fire. You know, I'm just telling y'all. So I'm trying to empower people. If you get discarded, if they discard you viciously and you allow them back into your life, if they cheat on you, they beat on you, and they do all this stuff to you, and you allow, and then they discard you, like you kept them around, you forgave them for all this horrible stuff, and then they discard you. I'm just telling you, buckle up, because you're in for a bumpy ride, because they're going to treat you horribly. Because look what you are willing to tolerate. Look what you're willing to do just to keep this person in your life. Believe the trauma bonded. Somebody told me the other day that they were trauma bonded. Lee, I'm trauma bonded. Like, if you can open your damn mouth and say that you're trauma bonded, you can break it. There's thousands, damn near millions of people out here who don't know that they're trauma bonded, who don't know what they're dealing with, and they suffer. You know what you're dealing with. So like I said, everybody doesn't want to be saved. This is not me victim blaming. This is literally me telling my therapist, I want to help as many people as possible. And she's like, you can't save them all. Everybody does not want to be saved. And she called me by my first name. She said, Damon, everybody does not want to be saved. You want to break the trauma bond? Boom, right here. Trauma Bond Recovery Journal. This woman right here is one of my good friends, Lisa Sunny. She has the Trauma Bond Recovery Journal to help you break that. To help you after you get emotionally discarded, to stop allowing these people back into your life. You know what I mean? You know, that's how you have to do it. Stuff like this can help you too. The Feel It to Heal It Journal. This is by Julia Wong. All this stuff is on Amazon, y'all. Do stuff to help yourself out. Everybody can't afford therapy, but do stuff to help yourself out, because they emotionally discard you, they'll physically discard you, they'll treat you horribly, and then they'll try to come back into your life, and guess what happens? You allow them back into your life. Some sob story, hey, I was in a bad place in my life, and yeah, I cheated on you, and I beat your ass, but it's only because I loved you, and I didn't know how to express myself. And then y'all cry and take them back, and then they'll do it again. And then they'll do it again, and then they'll do it again, and then they'll do it again. I know a woman who found out she got cheated on 19 times. 19. I know a man who got cheated on 6 times, but like the man record I've talked to so far is not, I know a woman who got cheated on 19 times and took the person back. 19 times one person, 19 different women. And took that person back. I'm just telling y'all, and they look, narcissistic people do not care, and the narcissist left them and they took them back. I'm just telling y'all, they do not care about making you look stupid. They do not care about embarrassing you in front of your friends and family. As long as when you take them back, they think that you are embarrassing yourself. They think that you are a willing, willful participant in this situation, in this relationship dynamic. So they're not making you look stupid. You're making yourself look that way. I know this video took a turn there, didn't it? I wanted to raise awareness to let y'all know there's people out here suffering, and everybody, you can't say everybody. Everybody doesn't want to be saved. So y'all see my platform starting to shift next year to kind of just release people, stop blocking them, I'm just stop interacting with people. If I message you, y'all know I get literally hundreds of messages every single day. So if I message you back on social media, y'all, I get hundreds of messages. I have 866 unread emails right now on one account, and then I have 237 unread on that. There's 1,000 unread emails. Those emails. I have millions of people who follow me online, y'all. But anyway, y'all, stay empowered, stay strong, be blessed. You know what I mean? Just because they discard you doesn't mean that they're finished with you. It's over when you say it's over. It's over when you say it's done. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental illness is out. Peace.